This is my forward hatch here. Has a massive crack in it there. I kind of fell through it last year. Bastion managed to snag me a new one, so we're gonna be putting that in before the freeze up. Gotta do some cutting and some drilling and refiberglassing, but by the time it's all done, it'll look really good. A little bit scary how easily that came off. Usually when the start's easy, the ending's hard. Now that we got the hatch off, it's time to make an absolute mess. We're going to be cutting this out along here, along this edge, all the way around, because the new hatch is a little bit bigger, so we need to enlarge the hole just a little bit. So we're going to do that with our trusty multi-tool. So we're going to close off the back of the boat. We're going to cut that out. So this blade that I was using was supposed to be good for metal, but I don't know if it was hitting those little grommets for the old hatch at a weird angle or something, but it sure did tear off the teeth. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on that one. What I'll probably end up doing is pull all those grommets out first, probably something I should have done first instead, but I'll pull them out now, and then we don't have to worry about them, and we can just cut right through all the rest of it. So all we gotta do to get these, little grommets out of the deck here is screw. We just gotta screw one of these bad boys back in, and then we get on it with the claw end of a hammer and rip it on out. So got all those out now. Nice handful of those. So the next couple of days I'll have to pick up a new blade for the oscillating tool and get the rest of this cut out so that I can pop that new hatch in. Because right now all I'm doing to cover the hole is taking this, laying it down over, and then I'm gonna put my dinghy here. I'll just put that over top of it so that if it rains, the water's kept out. So we are back at it again today. I got new blades, and hopefully we can get it finished. At least the cutout part today, and then possibly tomorrow or something we'll go pick up the screws for it, because I gotta pick up some stainless steel screws, but I might have to do some fiberglassing tomorrow. Just waiting for the batteries to charge up now. Definitely need to get some bigger ones if I'm going to continue doing projects like this. I'm going to have to epoxy in between the layers here. Have to come down. So you can see there's some big holes, and those just go right in, and it's kind of like the seam right between the deck and the headliner here, and you can see up in here in this corner, yeah, it goes way in there. So I'm gonna have to put in some thickened epoxy with some 403 or something mixed into it to fill that gap so that it's nice and watertight and don't have to worry about the hatch leaking into the headliner and then behind all my nice wood. So do it right the first time so you don't have to go back and fix cascading effects. Started sprinkling, so we covered the hole with the dinghy. Hopefully the rain doesn't get too bad tonight, and then we should be dry on the inside. It is raised a little bit, so we shouldn't be bad, but the dinghy should keep all the rain out. We got 3 sides cut here, and we just got this one left to cut. And then we can start screwing it down. It is going pretty good, actually. I mean, nothing to really complain about. Those blades are just getting chewed through, but I think I hit a piece of metal at some point with it, so can't really complain. New day. Just finished cutting it out. So that's the whole cut out there. We're going to test fit it here and see how it all lines up. looks like we have a little bit more trimming to do. We'll go back, trim it up a little bit more, and hopefully she slips in. Let's try that fitting again. That's just where I wanted it to. There's a nice seam here around it. It lines up nicely with that. Gotta drill some holes so that we can screw it down now, and then we'll be all good. Hey, so it's a lot of days later, and deck seam to the headliner epoxied together. I didn't film it because I honestly just didn't think about it. It just got done because I was in a little bit of a rush. Didn't bother to pick up the camera and do it, but it went smooth. I'm gonna drill the holes around. It's been a bunch of days later since I did the epoxy job, but this hatch needs to get done. We've been having some rain and the weather's getting colder, and I'm sick of having a hole in my boat where all the heat's escaping. So I'm gonna take care of that tonight. This is the worst part about Sigflex. It solidifies so far down, and it is so dang messy. So before you can use it again, you gotta dig out this big chunk of dried Sigflex, and this stuff likes to get everywhere. Yeah, gotta be careful with it, otherwise you're gonna paint your boat white. But it does work miracles, so it's kind of worth it. If you get it on stuff other than like fabrics and stuff, it is pretty easy to clean off once it's dry. It just kind of rubs right on off. You just gotta wait for it to dry, and then it's ready to go. I did lay down a very thick layer of Sikaflex all the way around the outside. Now we're just gonna flip that over, stick it down. Yes, it is gonna look like I put this on backwards, but that is because I do want my hatch to open up so that the opening is facing the stern of the vessel, and that is so that I can have it open while I'm cruising along without having to worry that if a wave kind of like an odd wave crashes over the bow, it isn't going to go flood downstairs, so I can have my hatch open while I'm cruising. So, you know, just something to think about. That's all done. Hatch is in. Turned out good. Because the temperature is supposed to drop tonight, I am going to move the heater up into the head, because my head's in the bow of the boat, right where the hatch is at, so it will keep that you know, warm enough for the Sikaflex to set properly. I've had to do this with the epoxy as well. Because the temperature that night dipped down real low, so to keep the heat on it so that it can stay in its normal range of setting, I put a plastic bag over the top of it and tented it, and then put the heater underneath and let the heat get trapped in there, and worked out really good. There'll be a couple more boat projects coming through the channel, and then we're gonna get talking to some of my buddies here at the club about their vessel to see what they think of them. So that could be cool. We're gonna have some more projects over the winter. See you next time.